72 hours. That's how long it would take for one country to crash the global economy. Not with nukes, not with cyber warfare, with this, 21 miles of water. But the actual shipping lane, 2 miles. Right now, a tanker worth $80 million is passing through here, and another one, and another one, every 10 minutes. This is the Strait of Hormuz. And if it closes tomorrow, this is your gas station next week. The world's most powerful navy and a regional militia with speedboats are in a 40-year stalemate over a patch of water you could swim across. Here's why that should terrify you. This is Iran's secret weapon, and it's not what you think. The US has the most powerful navy on Earth. But here's the problem. You can't use a $13 billion aircraft carrier to fight a $100,000 speedboat. Iran doesn't need to win a war. They just need to make the strait unusable. And they can do that in under an hour. Step 1. Drop sea mines in the deepest channel. Step 2. Wait. The moment one tanker hits a mine, every insurance company on Earth will refuse to cover ships passing through. You don't need to sink every ship. You just need to sink one. Fear does the rest. Iran knows something the rest of us forgot. In a connected world, the most powerful weapon isn't destruction. It's disruption. On a map, this looks like open water, but maps lie. Under the surface, this is a maze. 90% of this strait is too shallow for modern tankers. A fully loaded supertanker needs at least 50 feet of depth. That leaves exactly one route. And here's the trap. That route runs through Iranian and Omani territorial waters. There is no international water escape route. Ships pass through on a legal technicality called transit passage. It's a gentleman's agreement written in the 1980s. But this is no longer a gentleman's game. The Panama and Suez Canals have alternatives. Long, expensive, but possible. The Strait of Hormuz, there is no plan B. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, UAE, Qatar, they all built their entire oil infrastructure around one assumption, that this strait stays open. If you live in Europe or Asia, look around your house right now. Your heating, your electricity, your stove, there's a 1 in 3 chance it's powered by gas that came through this strait last month. Let's run the scenario. It's 6 a.m. on a Tuesday. Within 24 hours, 20 million barrels per day of oil supply just vanishes. Day 1. Oil hits $120. Day 3, $180. By day 7, we're looking at $250 a barrel, and that's if it only lasts a week. But oil prices are just the start. Everything you buy traveled on a truck. That truck runs on diesel. Diesel just tripled in price. This is what economists call a cascading failure. Each problem creates the next problem, faster than anyone can respond. You think the 2008 financial crisis was bad? That took months to develop. This takes days. Asia's strategic reserves last about 90 days. But prices spike on day 1. Europe, slightly better. The US, more independent but still faces $10 gas. Here's what keeps Pentagon strategists awake. China needs that oil more than America does. In this scenario, China and the US would be fighting on the same side. The strangest military alliance in history would form overnight. Because everyone loses if Hormuz closes. So why hasn't Iran closed it yet? Because this isn't just a military calculation, it's game theory. Here's Iran's problem. They export oil through the same strait. If they close it, they strangle their own economy. As bad as Western sanctions are, closing Hormuz would be worse. It's the ultimate mutually assured destruction. Except economic, not nuclear. Iran can close the strait. The US can't stop them from closing it. But the US can reopen it. With overwhelming force. Military analysts agree. Iran can close it for maybe 2 weeks. But those 2 weeks would cause 2 years of economic damage. This isn't theoretical. We've been dancing on this edge for 40 years. The only reason it hasn't exploded yet is because everyone knows it would be a catastrophe. But here's what nobody talks about. This region holds 60% of the world's proven oil reserves, not 20%. 60. For 70 years, the global economy has been built around one assumption: that Middle Eastern oil can reach the world. We didn't choose Hormuz. We designed our entire civilization around it. You might drive an electric car, but where does that electricity come from? For most of the world, it's still fossil fuels. This isn't going away in 5 years or 10. Even in the most optimistic renewable energy scenarios, global oil demand doesn't drop significantly until 2040. And Hormuz's share, it actually increases as other regions decline. For decades, countries have tried to build pipelines around Hormuz. Every single one has failed, been delayed, or doesn't have enough capacity. 50 years ago, the world was terrified of dependence on Middle East oil. Today, we're more dependent than ever. Every piece of technology you own, every bite of food you eat, every trip you take, somewhere in the supply chain, it touched this strait. This isn't a shipping lane. It's a single point of failure for modern civilization. Every major power in the world has a strategy for Hormuz. The US has a strategy. China has a strategy. Iran has a strategy. And every week we get a little closer to finding out which strategy actually works. The decisions made by generals and politicians in this 21-mile gap don't stay there. They show up in your wallet every single week. And the scary part? Most people don't even know it exists. This is Strategic Watch. We uncover the invisible forces, the geography, the money, the power, that control your world without you knowing. If you want to understand why things cost what they cost, why wars start where they start, and why your life is shaped by decisions made in rooms you'll never see, you're in the right place. Next, watch how a single ship in the Suez Canal costs the world $10 billion per day, or discover why China is literally building new land in the middle of the ocean. Click to continue. Until next time, stay strategic.